Before we begin, know this is an RPG where choice matters, and your experience can vary significantly across the 3 games depending on various choices. I'm not diligent enough to explain every single consequence, so look up a guide if that's what you really need. This is the official La Muerte Blanca canon story explained. Canon because this is my video and I do what I want. You play the series as Shepard, a male or female protagonist with your own unique backstory and specialization that doesn't really matter much outside of random lines of dialogue and how you choose to kill things. Shout out to all my infiltrators. What does matter is the reason why NASA has been so damn interested in Mars lately. They played this game and learned humans eventually find hidden space technology that'll advance our species into the space era. Thanks to these giant tuning forks called mass relays, interstellar travel becomes possible. Shepard is a member of the Systems Alliance, or military outfit that represents humanity in space. Captain Anderson, aka the president from Rick and Morty, informs them they're going to Eden Prime on a covert mission. A research team unearthed a Prothean beacon that needs to be brought back to the Citadel. For context, the Protheans are a race that vanished 50,000 years ago, but are known to be a technological foundation for all species in the system. Ship drives, mass relays, it all started with the Protheans. The Citadel is the galaxy's capital and center for government. It is run by a group called the Council. Imagine the Galactic Senate from Star Wars, but it's only 3 aliens. Because this beacon could affect every species in the system, the Council sent one of the Turian Spectres to help this war-painted reptilian cockroach thing. He's also there to judge if Shepard should be a Spectre, or elite Black Ops do whatever the fuck you want operative that reports to the Council. This is a big deal because humanity wants greater influence in galactic policy, and having a human Spectre could help push that forward. Anyway, they get a transmission and oh shit, Eden Prime's getting attacked by giant Mind Flayer heads? Shepard and his squad head out while Turian Cockroach Guy scouts ahead, and Ashley Williams, this Alliance soldier, is fighting for her life against Star Wars battle droids.
Roger, roger.
Battle droid knockoffs are Geth, a machine-based species that also wants the beacon. As they fight through more Geth, Warpaint Cockroach Guy runs into Saren, aka Turian Dr. Doom. Even though Saren's also a Spectre, Warpaint's like, "What are you doing here?" "Don't worry about it." Bang! As Saren domes his boy in the back of the head. Saren's working with the Geth? He also gets possessed by the beacon, more on that soon. Shepard and his people destroy enough machines to impress John Connor and eventually reach the beacon themselves. It activates and Shepard gets possessed himself, has cryptic visions from hell, and boom! The beacon explodes, knocking his ass out. Meanwhile, some lady named, the Matriarch says something? But no one knows what because we're all, a little distracted. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. The Matriarch briefs Saren about Shepard's mission, who now has to kill our boy. Shepard wakes up and heads for the Citadel because they need to speak with the Council. They meet Ambassador Udina, humanity's political representative. He's a conniving asshole like most politicians, except worse because these politics are on a galactic scale. And being an unreasonable douche in politics is universal because the Council's full of shit too. This Turian's a dick, the Solarian has a superiority complex, and the Asari low-key doesn't care. Shepard accuses their best Spectre of treason, but the Council doesn't care because it doesn't have enough evidence. They now need to expose Saren. Caden, one of Shepard's crew, suggests talking to Garrus, a Turian that's been doing his own Saren investigation. They find Garrus and together they go after a local gang leader who works for Saren. Gang leader also betrayed an omnipotent info dealer called the Shadow Broker, who hired his own merc to kill him. As luck would have it, Shepard teams up with him too, a Krogan named Rex, or this tall-ass frog in grunt armor. They also learn the gang leader was after a Quarian who's rumored to have evidence connecting Saren to the Geth, evidence Shepard needs to expose Saren. After eradicating his crew, gang leader turns into a little bitch and gives up the Quarian's location. And after saving her from an ambush, the Quarian, or this humanoid vacuum named Tali, shows that she has a Geth memory core and audio file. It's Saren discussing something called the Conduit and the return of the Reapers, an advanced machine race that hasn't been around for 50,000 years. They vanished after hunting the Protheans to extinction. The Geth revere the Reapers as gods and believe Saren can bring them back. Tali joins the crew and they go to the Council like, "Here's your evidence, bitches!" They acknowledge Saren's betrayal, strip him of his Spectre status, and recognize that Saren is speaking with Matriarch Benezia, a high-ranking and all-powerful Asari. Even though Shepard was right about Saren, this ignorant-ass Council refuses to believe him about the Reapers. However, they do offer to make Shepard a Spectre and send him to track down Saren and the Conduit. Captain Anderson offers Shepard command of his ship, the Normandy, and its crew, and give him a handful of leads, including Matriarch Benezia's daughter, Liara. Conveniently, she's a scientist specializing in the Protheans. They fly off and first save Liara, who low-key looks like handsome Squidward. Because Asari live longer than the amount of time it'll take Disney to make a good Star Wars movie, Liara spent the past 50 years studying the Protheans' extinction, despite the fact that she only looks 20. Turns out the Protheans aren't the first civilization to be wiped out, and they aren't actually the ones that came up with the mass relay technology. Despite this, Liara has never heard of the Reapers, but does believe Shepard about his vision. She joins the crew and reassures Shepard her mother also needs to be stopped. The Normandy then heads for a colony getting attacked by Geth. The Shepard and his people clear the Geth out, learn there's a sentient plant that can control minds, find the plant version of Mother Brain, and kill its horde of brainwashed albino zombies before dropping it into the abyss below. This frees an Asari who once served the matriarch in Saren. She explains Benezia is compelled to follow Saren because he has a warship called Sovereign that indoctrinates the minds of his followers. Because of this, the Asari willingly allowed Saren to use her to get the plant's cipher and decode the beacon's vision, a cipher that she still has from when her mind intertwined with plants. For context, Asari are gifted biotics, so they have special mind powers that allow them to do everything from telekinesis to melding or intertwining their mind with other creatures. Imagine being able to use the Force without having to join a cult. The Asari melds with Shepard to share the cipher, but now it just looks like Doom-inspired nightmare. Liara enters Shepard's mind and says that the vision is now clear, but it is incomplete. Before going after the matriarch, Shepard gets an urgent message from the council saying that the spy unit that they had investigating Saren needs help. Shepard investigates and finds the Solarian spy unit, these alien lizard people that have shriveled dickheads with horns. They're at Saren's base where he's trying to build an army of Krogan by curing the Genophage. More context, the Krogan are a bunch of hardcore badasses that live to fight. To prevent them from overrunning the galaxy, Solarian scientists developed a genetic mutation that severely limits Krogan fertility. This dwindled their population size and prevented the species from advancing due to internal conflict for fertile females. The Solarian team wants to destroy the base and the cure to prevent a Krogan army. Rex wants to keep the cure to save his people and is ready to pop off on anyone that gets in his way. Thankfully, Shepard's able to talk him down. These aren't real Krogan, just tools for Saren to control. Shepard sends Kaidan to help the Solarian front line while his crew hits the back side of the base. They're trying to plant a nuke to wipe everything out in one shot. He finds another beacon, gets possessed again, and has a pleasant conversation with Sovereign? Wait, I thought that was a ship. Nah, famo, Sovereign's not a ship. This thing's a Reaper. Regardless, it also swears it's Thanos because all it does is talk in cryptic absolutes. They are eternal. Extinction is inevitable. Everyone saw Infinity War? We get it. Shepard doesn't take anyone's bull, especially no damn machine, so he starts talking shit until Sovereign claps back with,
"Your words are as empty as your future."
What is interesting though is that the Protheans weren't the first civilization to get wiped out by the Reapers. They've been doing this extinction cycle for millions of years, and the mass relays in Citadel? Yeah, that's all Reaper tech. Sovereign breaks comms and oh shit! Starts heading for Shepard's position. They have to set the nuke up now. Oh shit! Kaidan's pinned down and can't make the rendezvous. Shepard heads out to save him while Ashley arms the bomb. Oh shit! Now the Geth are swarming Ashley. She's activating the nuke and says save Kaidan. Kaidan's like, fuck that. I call dibs on being a martyr. Go save Ashley. This forces Shepard to make a hard choice that really isn't that hard. For reasons that will become obvious soon, Shepard rushes back to help Ashley and oh shit! Saren's here? Like every bad guy in almost every game ever, Saren stops fighting and starts talking. He says he's trying to save the galaxy. Fighting the Reapers is hopeless and organic life should prove their worth and hopefully be spared. Submission is better than extinction, right? Wrong. Just because your metalhead ass looks like a machine doesn't mean you need to be a slave to one. Cash these hands, biatch! Nuke ready to blow, Saren dips. Shepard grabs Ashley and then they get out just before the entire base is obliterated. Pour one out to the homie Kaidan. It was an honor serving with you, soldier. After being possessed by a second beacon, Liara offers to meld with Shepard's mind again, and somehow these Doom visions tell her the conduit is on Ilos. However, it's only accessible through the Mu relay, and that is lost in another system. The only way to find it is to get its coordinates, somehow. Shepard then ends up on a remote research lab where Saren's trying to raise a Rachni army, these shrimp that are taking growth hormones and throwing up acid. The Rachni were thought to be extinct until the lab found an egg on a derelict ship, and anyone who's seen Alien knows where this is going next. They bring the egg back, Egg is the queen, she lays more eggs, idiot scientists separate them from the queen, and now they're going crazy and killing everyone. Eventually they find the matriarch and the queen, and Liara's like, Mom, you're insane! Matriarch's like, you will not stop Saren's Rachni army. Shepard's like, don't get distracted by her giant... After taking a cold shower, Shepard drops the matriarch squad and she manages to fight off indoctrination just long enough to tell him more about the Rachni. This Rachni queen knows the Mu relay's location since the Rachni species is old as hell and share a hive mind across generations. The matriarch ripped the information from the queen's mind and gave it to Saren, but also shares it with Shepard before slipping back under Saren's control. Shepard helps Liara kill her brainwashed mother, but before they leave, they have to decide the Rachni queen's fate. The queen possesses a dead body and tries to explain they'll be good if Shepard doesn't kill her. And that's good enough for me as Shepard lets the queen go like, I have no quarrel with you, demon shrimp. Appreciative, the queen says she'll remember his kindness and leaves. Between all these adventures, Shepard also takes time to get to know the crew, some better than others if you know what I'm saying. Those of you that are into Smurf play probably pick Liara, and you do you. No judgment here, but your boy's not trying to get literal mindfucked by a female Squidward, so we went with Ashley. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against interspecies relationships.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That came out wrong. Run that back. I'm not against consensual human-alien relationships in a video game where such relationships are culturally appropriate and generally accepted. I just have a type, and that's human-woman. Shepard now knows the conduits on Ilos and where the Mu relay is to get there. However, Saren likely has a whole army waiting and they need council reinforcements just in case. Shepard meets the council where they say they're finally taking action against Saren. They're going to guard their own relays. Wait, what? They refuse to accompany Shepard through the Mu relay because it's in another system and that could incite war. Because their heads are up their own asses, they can't see the conduit as Saren's real goal and think he just wants to attack the Citadel. Agitated by the council's bullshit, Shepard goes, whatever, screw it. I'll just save the galaxy by myself. Sending only me and my crew, that won't start a war, right? To which the council refuses and claim they have everything under control. The fuck you do? There are political implications, Udina says as he sells Shepard out and has him grounded. Even the human politician is bullshitting? What? Pissed and with no option, Shepard leaves until Captain Anderson catches up with him. Fuck him. I'll unlock the Normandy while you leave before anyone notices. Ashley over here like, isn't that illegal?
Don't high road me. The two of you break 1,000 federal laws.
So Anderson pulls up on Udina, drops it with a nasty right cross and uses his console to unlock the Normandy. Dude just committed assault and treason, but screw it. The galaxy's at stake. Shepard takes the Mu relay, drops in on Ilos, and starts fighting his way to the conduit. On the way, he runs into a Prothean analysis program named Vigil, and it warns them the Citadel is a trap. Like with all species before them, the Citadel is the heart of civilization, but in reality it is a giant mass relay linked directly to the Reapers. Once activated, the Reapers will pour in, wipe out the Council and the main Citadel fleet, and then they can easily divide and conquer the remaining systems until nothing is left, just as they did with the Protheans. All resources and technology will be harvested, all life will be extinguished. In order to activate the Citadel, the Reapers need the conduit, which is why Saren is after it. Vigil gives Shepard a data file and tells him to upload it to the Citadel's master control unit. This will give them back control of the Citadel if Sovereign manages to get in. Speaking of, oh shit, Sovereign's already there and he's trying to activate the relay. Shepard warps himself from Ilos straight to the Citadel, fights his way through a Geth army and pulls up on Saren doing his Green Goblin impression. Saren, who's fallen further into indoctrination, starts rambling in his Dr. Doom mask. Sovereign's going to open the relay. The Reapers will return. Join them or die.
Shut up, bitch!
Bam! Crash! Damn! Now Saren's all fucked up. Shepard uses Vigil's file to retake control of the Citadel, but now the Council's ship is being attacked, and Shepard has to decide if they should risk human lives to save them. As annoying as they are, Garrus is right. This is bigger than humanity. Plus, if they die, they'll probably just get replaced by some other assholes. This way, they'll owe us one. Shepard opens the relay and the Alliance shows up and starts blasting. But Sovereign's not done. It possesses Saren's dead body, turns him into Apex's Revenant, and starts climbing the walls like he's a licker on crack. The entire Alliance fleet is fighting this giant metal mind flayer while Shepard's trying to perform an intergalactic exorcism. Shit is crazy. Too many bullets later, Sharon's corpse disintegrates while the Normandy blows up Sovereign like they were not ripping off the scene from episode 4. But no. A piece of Sovereign breaks off and flies straight at Shepard's location. The whole area is messed up. No one's wearing helmets because somehow the Citadel was able to immediately airlock itself after getting destroyed. But hold up, where's Shepard? Oh no. The surviving crew heads out, takes one last look back and he's not dead. As the cliche hero pose zoom in reminds us to never underestimate the power of plot armor.
Maybe it's the Molly, but I fucking love you.
GG Shepard. GG's. After the battle, the Council finally wises up, recognizes the Alliance and Shepard for saving them undeserving asses, and offers humanity a seat on the Council. Udina humbly accepts, but skirt! Hold up, guy. This is Shepard's call. You're not a hero. Fuck you, Udina. Anderson hasn't screwed me over. Udina's tight. Anderson's honored he got the position, and the Council's hopeful for the future. Only Shepard is still focused. That was only one Reaper. There are thousands out there. Get out of my way. I have work to do. 1 month after the last game, the Citadel is still reeling from Sovereign's attack. Humanity has a seat on the Council since they helped save their ungrateful alien asses, and the Council can no longer ignore the Reaper threat. But they decide to anyway because they're stupid and ignorant, and have Shepard hunting Geth while blaming everything on Saren. We should have let those assholes die. While on this pointless mission, shit, the Normandy's taking heavy fire from an unknown enemy. Everything's blowing up, people are dying, it's fucking chaos. But BioWare still manages to sneak an ash out of our girlfriend Ashley.
Hey!
Shepard orders everyone to the escape pods while he goes after the pilot. His dumbass is trying to go down with the ship. Shepard forces his handicapped ass into an escape pod. Boom, boom, boom! The Normandy explodes and Shepard's lost floating through space like he's Master Chief. Well, Protag died in the first 5 minutes. I guess that's it. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to like, subscribe. Hold up.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Literally taking a page from the $6 Million Man, Shepard's brought back to life, but wakes up while the facility is under attack. After literally being brought back to life, he's now fighting for it again and runs into Jacob, a Cerberus security officer. Despite the facility being destroyed around them, they stop to talk, and Shepard learns he's been out for 2 years. Damn, 2 years? They get to an evac, run into Miranda, this baddie with a fatty. She's the one leading Project Shepard Zombie and takes him to see Cerberus' leader, or Martin Sheen if all he did was smoke and stare at the sun. For context, Cerberus is a group committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. However, many don't approve of the morally questionable things Cerberus does to push its agenda forward. Even though Martin Sheen looks like President Scrooge, he's the elusive man, and he has spent an ungodly amount of money and resources in order to bring Shepard back to life. The elusive man understands the Reaper threat, knows human colonies have been disappearing since Shepard's death, and their best chance of stopping the Reapers lies with Shepard. The elusive man sent Shepard to the last colony that was attacked, where he finds Tali? The Quarians are looking for one of their people, this delirious male Roomba who shows them security footage of the Collectors, a mysterious species from deep space that looks a lot like those aliens from Independence Day. They're abducting humans and using seeker swarms, or these machine bee things, to find and freeze their prey. But are they working with the Reapers? Why human colonies? There are still too many questions. So Shepard lets Tali take her fellow Quarian while they bring the data back to the elusive man. The elusive man is convinced the Reapers are involved somehow and continues to monitor Collector activity. In the meantime, he wants Shepard to recruit a team that can help him effectively combat the Reapers, starting with Mordin Solus, a scientist that could counter the Seeker Swarms. As a show of good faith, the elusive man recruits Shepard's suicidal pilot Joker. He's handicapped and tells jokes. Basically, this franchise is Jimmy. The elusive man even built and upgraded Normandy for our boy Shepard and hit up Jensen Huang to give it its own enhanced defense intelligence AI, or EDI for short. Shepard, Jacob, and Miranda head off to start the crew assembly montage just like Clooney and Pitt did. And don't worry, BioWare made sure to hit every trope they could. Shepard recruits fake Earthworm Jim Morden to work on the Seeker Swarm counter, picks up Zero Fucks Given Merc Saeed, and runs into everybody's favorite Scyther cosplay, Garrus, who's all like,
You sons of bitches! What's the job?
Shepard then recruits Kasumi, an actual thief, and even does a heist mission with her. No crew is complete without an OP psychopath, so Shepard breaks Jack out of jail, a powerful biotic who, interestingly enough, looks like and shares the same name as that bald chick from Pitch Black. And because everyone else is thinking it, I'll go ahead and mention I'm really not sure how those straps stay in place, but who am I to argue game logic? We also can't forget the genophage frog people, so Shepard tries to recruit one of their warlords. Realizes he's just an alien Nazi attempting to create the purebred Krogan, and after he dies, ends up recruiting his test subject, Grunt. Again, interesting because he looks like a tall Halo Grunt. Eventually, the elusive man comes through with some info. A nearby colony just went silent, and they think it's the Collectors. Also, Ashley, Shepard's old girlfriend, is rumored to be there. They head out that way, but oh shit, the Collectors are already there. Seeker swarms are paralyzing everybody, and the Harbinger is ordering Collectors to bring humans for extension, whatever that means. Either way, things aren't good. Shepard and his team fight through the Collectors, get the defense towers online, and force the Collector ship to retreat after it already kidnapped half the colony. Then Ashley rolls up. Shepard, I thought you were dead, and now you're back. I loved you. How could you put me through that? Really, Ash? Really? I fucking died and got brought back to life against my will? What exactly did I put you through? Ashley's here because Alliance Intel says Cerberus might be behind the missing colonies and that Shepard was rumored to be working with them. How could you work with the enemy, Shepard? Shepard tries to explain to her they are simply working toward a common goal to save humanity, but she's not hearing it. She feels betrayed by Shepard and hates Cerberus so much that even she's blind to the real threat. She walks off while Shepard stands there looking stupid like, so did we just break up? He later debriefs with the elusive man who's looking into the Omega-4 relay, the relay that connects to the Collector homeworld. They will need to take the fight to them, but not until Shepard finishes assembling his squad. He continues to recruit the rest of Shepard's 12, including Thane, the assassin lizard pufferfish dude, Samara, aka Sexy Squidward, or the eye candy Asari simps were missing since matriarch Venezia died, and everyone's favorite humanoid vacuum Tali. And because we're not pressed for time or anything, because complete annihilation of the entire universe isn't imminent, Shepard makes sure to help all of his people deal with their petty bullshit so they can focus on their impending death when they fight the Collectors. Yes, this does matter because crew loyalty will determine their fate in the final battle, and their fates can play a role in the third game. Oddly enough, most of these loyalty missions require Shepard fixing some kind of family baggage because humans aren't the only species that can't get their shit together. Miranda stole her sister from her messed up father and has to protect the foster family. Jacob finds out his long-lost pops was playing Lord of the Flies for 10 years. Thane has to stop his kid from becoming an assassin like him. Samara has to kill her own daughter before she kills everyone else. Jack wants to blow up the lab where she grew up and was tested on. Tali has to prove her father's innocence to the Council of Roombas before they banish her as a traitor. And Grunt earns a Krogan rite of passage despite being a test tube Krogan. Good thing the homie Rex is leading the clan and accepts Grunt's initiation. One loyalty mission does play a slightly larger role in the third game, as Morden attempts to track down his old assistant. Morden was part of the team that developed the Krogan genophage, the thing that significantly lowered Krogan reproduction rates. Now Morden's assistant is performing morally questionable experiments in order to cure it. He feels guilty for stagnating entire species. To stop the assistant's research, Morden's ready to cap his ass until Shepard stops him and then they let him go. However, before leaving, Shepard convinces Morden to preserve the data. If you run through some of the DLC, Shepard also helps Liara kill Fat Uka Uka and she becomes the Shadow Broker, or the most influential information dealer in the galaxy. Shepard also annihilates an entire Batarian colony in order to stop a separate Reaper invasion, so worth it? Like in the first game, while Shepard is doing everything besides actually saving the galaxy, he can take even more time to get to know his crew, including a romance with a lucky suitor. Normally, we'd stay loyal to Ashley, but she made it clear that ship has sailed. And of course, BioWare is happy to satisfy any number of weird fetishes their player base might have, such as Smurf play, vacuum fantasies, or even Bald Bunny Rotten. However, if you were paying attention to my last video, you might know I prefer human woman. Another fun fact about me, I have a massive sweet tooth, and Miranda has more cake than Betty Crocker, so we went with her. Eventually, the Elusive Man hits Shepard up about a collector ship they found in a nearby system. They need the data from that ship in order to find a way to the collector homeworld. Once on the ship, they learn, holy shit, the Protheans aren't actually extinct? They're collectors? And they're working for the Reapers? EDI clarifies this isn't voluntary, however, and the Reapers altered Prothean genetic code over the years to suit them to their needs. Now they're nothing but indoctrinated slaves.
There are fates worse than death.
Deeper in, they find a console, try to data mine it, and get hacked themselves. It's a trap! Shepard has to shoot his way out of the ship while EDI fights off collector hackers, and after barely escaping with their lives, EDI manages to secure the data on how to use the Omega-4 relay and the location of the collector homeworld. The collectors use a special identity friend or foe system to get through the relay, and Shepard needs one of these IFFs to safely pass through. Luckily, the Elusive Man has a lead on one. They head for a derelict Reaper ship that's, you guessed it, not so derelict because it's riddled with cybernetic Reaper zombies.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Shepard's team fights the Horde and Mass Effect's version of the Flood, and eventually find Geth shooting Reapers? I thought they were on the same side. After destroying the ship's core, the Geth homie is knocked out, and Shepard has the brilliant idea of taking it with them as they once again barely escape with their lives because nothing ever goes as planned in this game. Back on the Normandy, Miranda wants to send the Geth to Cerberus for research data, Jacob wants to destroy it, it's clearly not safe. Shepard wants to talk to it. I've killed a bunch of these things, but I've never got a chance to talk to one. I'm sorry, what? Shepard reactivates the Geth as we're reminded they share a collective consciousness. This thing is basically Cyber Ermac. It claims the Geth Shepard fought were heretics and support the Reapers, two groups that these other Geth oppose as they want to build their own future. This Geth wants to help Shepard because, as the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. In the most roundabout way possible, they name it Legion, and Shepard finally finishes recruiting his crew. Regarding the IFF they secured, EDI figured out how to use it, but is recommending further analysis. While they wait, Shepard and every single combat-tested crew member goes on some mystery mission that's never explained. And why everyone's on the shuttle when Shepard has only ever taken 2 people is also never explained. Suspicious indeed. If you haven't put 2 and 2 together, while the Normandy is more or less defenseless, oh shit! The IFF was transmitting the Normandy's location and collectors jump them. The crew's fighting for their lives, collectors are abducting everyone, and Joker's handicapped ass has to hobble his way through the chaos to help EDI save the ship. They notify Shepard of the bad news, but tell him the good news that the IFF and Omega-4 relay are ready to use. Committed to saving his crew, Shepard gives the order to head for the relay and collect our homeworld. With a minimal chance of survival, Shepard and Miranda spend the commute getting to know each other a little better, if you know what I'm saying.
Alright.
And when they finally make it through the relay, all hell breaks loose. They get attacked by evil 343 guilty sparks, have to navigate through massive debris fields, and dodge the lasers that killed Shepard in the beginning of the game. Thank God I wasted all that time obnoxiously surveying planets to get materials for ship upgrades. Pro tip, upgrade your ship. If you don't, party members will die, which also impacts Mass Effect 3. They blow up the collector's ship, but the explosion causes them to crash land on the base. Shepard rallies the squad like, we can't worry about getting home. We called this a suicide mission for a reason.
Time to nut up or shut up.
They come up with a plan as Shepard assigns roles for his crew. Again, if you pick the wrong crew member for the wrong job, or if you didn't take them to solve their personal bullshit, it can have dire consequences that spill into the next game. A tech expert like Tali or Kasumi is needed to unlock the security doors, and the second fire team lead has to have combat leadership experience like Jacob or Garrus. Shepard does the pre-game hype speech, and we're out here fucking up more Independence Day aliens than Will Smith. Inside the base, they find the Normandy crew trapped in those Matrix pods, and oh my god, they're being harvested? The squad saves the rest of the crew, and they learn the colonists were all harvested. Seeker swarms are melting the bodies and pumping that liquid through a series of tubes. What the fuck? Shepard assigns a powerful biotic like Jack or Samara to protect them from the Seeker swarms, another combat leader like Jacob or Miranda needs to run the diversion team, and for the love of God, send someone to escort the crew back to the Normandy so they don't die. I picked Morden because he's low tier. That's right, I said it. Just outside the control room, the squad regroups so Shepard can decide who's coming with him while the rest hold the line against the Collector horde. Because one wasn't enough, Shepard hits the squad with the pre-final boss speech. The Collectors have never fought the best, and that's you. It comes down to this moment. They can take our colonists, they can take our planets,
But they'll never take our freedom!
Shepard heads into the control room and shit. The Collectors are making a T-800? And that's not just any Terminator, that's a Reaper. Edie explains the Collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans in order to make this Reaper, and millions more are needed to complete it. It is clear that, like the heretic Geth, the Collectors are just pawns, labor used to construct Reapers. Reapers harvest entire species for their own form of reproduction, and it seems the Reaper takes the shape of the species that is used to create it. Because Collector engineers aren't that bright, they suspended this Reaper above an abyss that Shepard sends it down after destroying a handful of suspiciously weak structural supports. Shepard's getting ready to blow this whole base sky high and dip, but the Elusive Man holograms himself in like, hold up Shepard, what if we didn't destroy the base? What if we EMP'd this bitch instead like they did in the Matrix and used the ship for ourselves? Yeah, no. Think about it though. I get this base melted humans to make giant Terminator, but I want to save humanity at any cost. This is just that cost. Yeah, no. Bitch, I ripped you from the jaws of death itself because you had potential. Think of the potential this could have in the impending war. Yeah, no, we're gonna 4th of July this bitch. Not so fast as the Reaper shows up trying to take Shepard and his crew with him. Sit your fake Arnold Schwarzenegger ass down as Shepard puts the Reaper down for good, saves Kasumi from certain death, and hauls ass to the repaired Normandy. Shepard does the required slow-mo chasm jump because action tropes will never die, and barely makes the jump for the exact same reason as Kasumi returns the favor. As I write this script, the Independence Day ties become increasingly apparent as Harbinger dies the exact same way the mothership alien did, and boom! The Collector base goes up in a giant ball of fire. As the Normandy escapes, the Elusive Man is not happy. Shepard destroyed everything. But Shepard doesn't care and tells him off like he did the Council. Fuck the Citadel, fuck Cerberus, this paragonal badass does what's right. Or what I want, depends on my mood. The Elusive Man throws more insults like, I should have known you choke on the hard decisions. You don't have the balls, Shepard. I don't need your approval.
Look at me. Sure. I'm the captain now.
Don't turn your back on me, Shepard. I made you. I brought you back from the dead.
Fuck you. Shepard walks out on the Elusive Man like the badass he is, regroups with his squad who all survived because I'm the best, and starts preparing for the impending Reaper invasion. 6 months after the events of Mass Effect 2, the Alliance is getting word their deep space outposts are getting decimated. Something big is coming, and it's coming soon. Spoiler, it's the Reapers. Quick context in case you forgot, the Reapers are sentient machines responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all life every 50,000 years. Across 2 whole games, Shepard's been fighting them, delaying the invasion, and consistently warning galactic leaders about the threat, but they're all stupid and ignorant, so here we are. Shepard's been relieved from duty and grounded on Earth since he blew up an entire Batarian colony in the 2nd game. Yes, it was necessary to prevent a Reaper invasion, but the Batarians aren't happy to say the least. Hispanic Brock Lesnar, aka James Vega, says the Defense Committee wants to see Shepard. They run into Shepard's guy Anderson, who fills them in on the impending threat, and Ashley's there? Awkward. Shepard meets with the committee, and they're panicking like, the destruction is incomprehensible, what is going on? Don't act like you don't know, the Reapers are here. How do we stop them? Lady, are you fucking serious? I've been telling all of you about this threat for the longest, and now you want to take it seriously? Well, guess what? Too late, we are fucked. The Reapers are getting closer as transmissions start pouring in. Shepard, what do we do?
I need a weapon.
Then out of nowhere, boom! The Reapers are here and destroying everything. Shepard takes a minute to assess the situation as BioWare blatantly rips off the pan-around scene from Bad Boys 2, and now they have to fight their way out. While fighting for their lives, Ashley and Vega show up with the Normandy. The heroic chasm jump trope is used extra early in this one, but Anderson decides to stay and help organize Earth's resistance. Anderson reinstates Shepard, and now it's up to him to recruit the rest of the galaxy to fight the Reapers. Because at this point, they're like,
Sanction me with your army. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have an army. I guess that means you need to shut the up. Shut the
As they escape, Shepard catches the eye of a child refugee. Unfortunately, he wasn't that lucky. Damn. As they watch the Reapers destroy Earth, it's difficult for Shepard and his crew to accept leaving. They're serving a greater goal, but they want to stay and protect their home. Before heading to the Citadel, Shepard gets an emergency transmission from Admiral Hackett. They've been researching Prothean archives with Liara and found a way to stop the Reapers. Shepard has to go to Mars to secure the data. They get to the base and holy shit, Cerberus is executing people? Despite cutting ties with Cerberus after Shepard told the Illusive Men to fuck off in Mass Effect 2, Ashley is still questioning Shepard's loyalty. So not only is he fighting a small Cerberus army, he also needs to convince his ex-girlfriend he's not a spy. They find Liara, who says they discovered data that could help them take down the Reapers, also why Cerberus is here. They want the data too. They fight through the facility, doming any Cerberus that gets in their way, and find out one of the doctors is a Cerberus spy who's trying to steal the data. They also learn that Cerberus army are husks. What the hell is the Illusive Man doing to these people? They finally get to the archives, and the Illusive Man randomly pops up like he knew Shepard was coming. He wants to control the Reapers. Shepard says he's out of his mind, hangs up, and then finds the doctor who's running for the escape shuttle. She tries to leave, Vega says, "No the fuck you're not," and this crazy bastard rams the hell out of her, almost taking out his own crew. Ashley's dragging Liara out of the wreckage, and this chick is still alive? Because she's a female Terminator. TX starts bashing Ash's head in. Shepard lights that metal bitch up with more, metal, and then decides to bring her shiny ass with him as he tries to get Ashley some help. On the way, Liara shares the data they recovered with Admiral Hackett. It's blueprints for a massive weapon that could help defeat the Reapers. Hackett dubs it the Crucible and begins work on its construction. At the Citadel, Ashley is rushed to the hospital. She is all messed up, but will thankfully survive. And then Shepard has to visit the Council, or the alien leaders that have done nothing but make Shepard jump harder this entire franchise. They listen to Shepard talk about Earth's destruction, the plans for the Crucible, and the fact there is a glimmer of hope if they can work together. But these assholes are too concerned with their own bullshit. We can't afford to help Earth and have to secure our own borders. You think the Reapers give a fuck about your borders? They wipe out entire species and call it a Tuesday. However, the Turian Council rolls up later to offer an option. If Shepard can extract their Primarch, he can call a summit and help convince the other species to help Shepard. While on this mission, Hackett also wants Shepard to gather whatever resources he can and build any alliances he can to help the war effort. The bigger the army, the more options you get at the end of the game. Anderson and Earth will just have to hold out against an insurmountable foe while Shepard flies around space looking for friends. Shepard heads out to get the Primarch, but yeah, he's kinda dead right now. Luckily, the homie Garrus pulls up. He helps Shepard find the next Primarch and once again joins Shepard's crew. Turian Primarch says he can't spare his fleet until the pressure is taken off his own world. If Shepard could get the Krogan to help the Turians, then they can help Earth. Meanwhile, Edie, the Normandy's AI, was searching Lady Terminator for info, ended up integrating with it, and now is a well-endowed fembot that Joker eventually starts dating.
And even though it's detachable, that vagina is like mind-shattering.
The summon is called, and the homie Rex, who still leads a clan of Battletoads, says he'll help if the genophage is cured. The Solarian Dalatros is being extra bitchy though, vehemently disapproving. If the Krogan are free to grow their population, there will be nothing but war and violence. I'm sorry, have you not seen the Reapers who were here to cleanse the entire galaxy? But the genophage has been around forever. Where are they gonna get a cure? Turns out a female Krogan that Morden's assistant was experimenting on in the last game survived, and is currently immune to the genophage. The Solarians, who do not want the genophage cured, have her prisoner, and Rex wants her back. Against the Dalatrash's threats, Shepard and Rex link up with the homie Morden and secure the Krogan female. Fun fact, because BioWare couldn't make an attractive frog lady, they decided to cover her up and call her a shaman. Fun fact number 2, I just completely made that up. But because literally nothing goes smoothly in these games, Cerberus shows up just to be dicks and even brought their bargain bin Titans. Make Titanfall 3, EA! Anyway, Shepard does what he does and gets the female who Morden named Eve out of there. As Morden works on the cure, Shepard checks up on Ashley. She's awake but still looks like she stole Mike Tyson's tiger. Udina offered her a Spectre position, but she's more concerned about Shepard. She wants to know where they stand, to which Shepard says he wants to make it work. Ashley bites back like, "What about Mrs. Perfect Miranda? I'm a real person, Shepard, with flaws. Is that still your thing?" Real talk though, she left Shepard, and I'm with the homie when he's like, "We were on a break!" Somehow he's able to smooth talk his way back in as they decide to take things slow moving forward. Eventually, Morden finds a cure and has a plan to disperse it across the Krogan homeworld. Only problem is Reaper parked its fat metal ass right where they need to go.
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Before heading out, the Solarian Dalatros makes a final plea to Shepard. The Krogan will run out of control. Sabotage the genophage or there will be more war.
Shut up, bitch!
Shepard is not about to double-cross the homie because some X-Files alien lady offered her scientists. Plus, the Krogan and Turian armies are a much better asset in my opinion. They get to the Krogan homeworld, Eve hypes up the meatheads, Shepard snitches on the Dalatros to bolster Krogan trust, and the Reaper starts messing everyone up. The homies do the epic handshake meme, and then get a giant sandworm to fight the Reaper because kaiju fights are the best. Shepard escorts Morden to the facility, and thanks to the data they saved from the last game, Eve survived the procedure Morden did to get her sample. She will be an integral asset to stabilizing the Krogan's future. Unfortunately, the Reaper worm fight damaged the tower. It's going to explode, and the cure needs to be dispersed manually from within. Feeling responsible for crippling an entire race, Morden sacrifices himself in order to right the injustice he committed so many years ago. The cure is released, but Morden didn't make it. Damn. Words cannot describe the Krogan's gratitude as Rex offers to help the Turians and humanity. Because the Turians are getting the help they need, they also offer to help Shepard's cause. Shepard then gets a message from one of the council. They're concerned Udina's knee-deep in collusion. I figured this since day one, but Shepard heads to the Citadel anyway. On approach, he's met with an emergency message from Thane, our lizardfish assassin friend. Cerberus is taking over the Citadel? The crew drops hot, lights up more Cerberus as they try to reach the Counselor, but when they get there, he's already caught up by the Cyberpunk Extra. Counselor says Udina staged a coup and is offering up the other counselors to Cerberus. Thane then crashes the party as we watch fight choreography that would make Steven Seagal movies interesting, at least until no. Thane! The homie catches Space Takeda's sword, Killer runs away and Shepard forgets how to shoot. After trying to find Thane some help, Shepard goes after Udina and finds him with the counselors and Ashley? She took the Spectre position Udina offered and doesn't know about his collusion, which is why she's pointing a gun at Shepard right now. Shepard, what's going on? Shepard stands down in an attempt to convince Ashley Undina's a snake, and after saving their lives I don't know how many times, the other counselors are finally starting to believe Shepard. This, along with their renewed relationship, is enough to convince Ashley, and Shepard gets poetic justice when he finally gets to shoot Udina. Been waiting for this moment for 3 games. Later, Shepard says goodbye to Thane, who didn't make it, Ashley back on the Normandy, and we find out Cyber Ninja's name is Kai Lang. Hackett then tells Shepard the Crucible needs something called the Catalyst in order to function properly, and puts that on his plate like he's not busy enough already. Hackett also tells Shepard to recruit the Quarians, or the race of humanoid vacuum people. Shepard meets the Quarians, who are now fighting because one of their admirals is starting a war with the Geth to retake their homeworld. Really? Now you decide to start a war? For context, the Quarians created the Geth for machine labor. The Geth grew a consciousness, this scared the Quarians, who attacked. Big war, Quarians lose and get exiled, and have been space nomads for hundreds of years. Basically, iRobot in space, but the robots won this one. A Geth ship influenced by the Reapers is pinning down Quarians, and with Tali's help, Shepard flies into a war zone, fights a small army of machines, and finds, damn, they got Legion? The Heretic Geth are using Legion to boost Reaper signals through the collective network that all other Geth are linked to, essentially brainwashing them. They free Legion, who brings down the ship's defenses, and as the Quarian are blowing it up, Shepard and his team have to get out before the Roomba fleet clean up the Geth. Back on the Normandy, they find the Geth base broadcasting the Reaper signal. The Quarians want it destroyed, but this will kill the Geth. However, Legion and the Geth want to utilize the Reaper upgrades in the signal to help foster their advancement. Shepard's team shoots their way to their objective, and because BioWare can't stop stealing Halo's ideas, they use the Halo Reach target locator to air raid the signal location. Just one problem. The Reaper signal is coming from a Reaper. They try to escape on Mass Effect's version of a Warthog, which is just different enough to avoid copyright infringement, until Shepard says no. If we run, the Geth stay under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. I'm going to shoot this thing with my laser pointer and dodge death lasers while I pray the ships in space don't miss. Seconds before Shepard gets disintegrated, boom, boom! The fleet manages to drop the Reaper. Before going offline, it justifies the invasion as they're supposed to bring order to the chaos. With the Reaper dead, the Geth are vulnerable, and the Quarians are ready to wipe them out. Legion pleads they only acted in self-defense when the war was started 300 years ago, and suggests uploading the Reaper upgrades to all Geth in a way that doesn't sacrifice their independence. They would be a true intelligence, or alive. Tali's hesitant because she's seen Terminator. Uploading the code would destroy the Quarians if the Geth decide to fight back. The Quarians started this by building slave robots and then attacked them for evolving. They didn't even want to fight in the first place. This is what y'all get. Upload the code, Legion. Tali tries to call out the fleet so the Geth don't retaliate and destroy them, but there's always one asshole general whose ego is trying to get everyone killed. Shepard phones in like, dude, the Geth are about to hit their second form and will fuck you up if you provoke them. They don't even want to fight. You're just an asshole. Shepard's charisma check works and the Quarians stand down, but the upload error is out. It will only work if Legion Alt F4s and sacrifices himself for the integration. Soon the Geth show up offering to coexist with the Quarians. They can finally have peace, assuming the Reapers aren't here anymore. Both groups also offer assistance to Shepard's cause since he essentially saved everyone's asses. Tali decides to join Shepard's crew again, motivated to protect her picture of hope and peace, this barren wasteland called her homeworld. Whatever you say, Tali. Welcome aboard, I guess. As mentioned earlier, while Shepard works through the main quest, he also recruits additional resources and old friends for the war effort. Some of the more interesting ones include Jack, who grew some hair, found some clothes, but makes it extra obvious that space is still cold. She's been training the next generation of biotics who also decide to help. Everyone's favorite tall grunt, Grunt, who helped Shepard save the Rachni Queen from the Reapers. This is the same demon shrimp he saved in the first game, and after getting saved again, the Rachni offer to help Shepard's cause as well. Samara, after you help kill another one of her daughters, but this one's justified because Reapers invaded and turned a bunch of Asari into pregnant Left 4 Dead witches with Diablo horns. At least her last daughter's still alive, for now. Javik, a real Prothean Shepard thought out and continuously gets insulted by. He low-key sounds like that black dude from Gladiator and acts like all other races are peasants. Of course, this wouldn't be a Mass Effect game without killing time you shouldn't have, including the ever-important romance option. Shepard and Ashley get back together as she finally gets over Shepard's involvement with Cerberus and Miranda's cake, and Shepard seems to have forgotten about how his now girlfriend pulled a gun on him. Aww. Back on the Normandy, Shepard gets another counselor message asking to meet at the Citadel. She says there's an artifact on the Asari homeworld that may be able to help find the catalyst. Because what planet isn't completely screwed these days, the Reapers are already decimating the Asari, as Shepard has to fight Reaper nutsacks and cyber dragons on his way to the artifact. Because he's been possessed way too many times, Shepard's Prothean senses start tingling and immediately figures out the Asari have been hiding a Prothean beacon this whole time. What? Shepard activates it and starts talking to a Prothean VI who tells him the Crucible isn't Prothean, but has been passed through millions of years worth of cycles in order to eventually stop the Reapers. The catalyst is... Damn it! Of course Kai Lang interrupts the important conversation. The elusive man wants to talk with Shepard. This is our chance to control the Reapers. No, this is our chance to destroy the Reapers.
No, this is Patrick.
No one can agree, so now we're fight posing. Even though he's only killed one person so far, Kai Lang calls in his kill streak, steals the Prothean data, and escapes as Reapers continue to destroy the Asari homeworld. Things are not good. Everyone feels defeated and Vega starts running his mouth. Let's kick Cerberus in the balls! Shepard's like, fuck yeah, what's the plan? They manage to track Kai Lang's signal to a refugee camp, which is actually a front for a Cerberus testing facility. They've been doing Reaper experiments on the refugees. But wait, there's more. This facility is run by Miranda's father. He's trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works so the elusive man can turn it against the Reapers. Shepard eventually crashes the family reunion as Miranda's father has her sister at gunpoint. Shepard gets Father of the Year to say Kai Lang took the research and dipped, convinces him to trade Miranda's sister for his own life, but Miranda says fuck that and force pushes the trash out the window. Dead! Shepard and Miranda exchange pleasantries. She shows him the cake for old time's sake and gives him the tracer she planted on Kai Lang. Shepard goes after Cerberus, knowing it's the point of no return, and because certain death makes people horny, Shepard and Ashley profess their love in more ways than one, if you know what I'm saying. After diving headfirst into Ashley, Shepard dives headfirst into Cerberus HQ, upgrades the Majima strap by sending a ship through the front door, and finds the elusive man's office. The elusive man's not there, but hollows himself in to tell Shepard he knows what the catalyst is and has all he needs to subjugate the Reapers. As he phases out, Shepard accesses the VI who tells him the catalyst is the Citadel? What? The same thing that controls the mass relay network mentioned in the first game is also the key needed to utilize the Crucible to defeat the Reapers. However, the VI also mentions the elusive man is there and snitched the plan of the Reapers. They now control the Citadel and moved it to Earth. God damn it. Kai Lang shows up literally bringing knives to a gunfight, gets bodied, and does the overused bad guy trope with his last-ditch effort to sneak attack. Shepard's spidey senses kick in. Fuck your sword. Hold this Omni Blade, you fake-ass cyberpunk ninja. Shepard starts heading for Earth as the Reapers gather all their forces to defend the Citadel. The homie Shepard has gained across the last 3 games assemble, and Anderson briefs Shepard on the plan while wearing his favorite Sergeant Johnson cosplay. They need to get into the Citadel, open it up, and connect it to the Crucible. However, the Citadel is locked up tight on their premarital Mormon, and the only way in is through a tractor beam the Reapers use to transport humans, which is also heavily guarded. Plan in place, the Galactic Alliance and Reapers start blasting each other in a massive space battle that would make George Lucas's 80-year-old dick hard. It's fucking chaos. Ships are flying all over, lasers and explosions are everywhere, robots are talking shit.
Ah! Fuck you, you son of a bitch! What am I, R2-pack?
Shepard uses the chaos to land on Earth and fight his way to Anderson's operating base. Before the final push, Shepard takes a heartfelt minute to get closure with the crew he's grown close to since the first game, including meme handshakes with Vega, loving embraces with Ashley, and encouragement from everyone's ride or die Garrus. Anderson reviews the plan like, "This is it, you maggots. The Reapers have us outgunned, outnumbered, and outpositioned."
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Shepard, of course, has to give his own speech to the crew like, "War sucks, but it forged our bonds. Strong bonds that can't be broken. We're in this together because we're bonded. Together. The entire galaxy depends on you, this mission, and our bonds." Let's fucking go! As the galaxy's last hope rushes into the jaws of death and ultimately gets spit out. I mean, it's a fucking bloodbath. Organics are getting phased into dust, rockets are missing their targets, it's over. Hold on. We can do this. As Garrus holds the line, Shepard sends out their last 2 rockets and drops the Reaper guarding the beam. With only a handful of troops left, they have to get to the tractor beam and fast. Hackett is on his way with the Crucible and they can't defend it for long. Ah, shit. Another Reaper?
Run, bitch! Run!
The insanity continues as trucks are exploding and a few troops that are left are dying. Ashley gets hurt, and despite the urgency of this entire situation, everything pauses so Shepard can say his final, "I love you," as he forces her and Garrus to evac on the Normandy. He starts running again, things are exploding again, and boom! Our guy gets messed up. He comes to, armor blasted to hell, and hobbles his half-dead ass to the Citadel. Somehow he finds the main control without any resistance, and luckily Anderson's still alive. The Elusive Man rolls up. This dude is jacked and is somehow controlling Shepard and Anderson. He continues to spout more bullshit about controlling the Reapers. Anderson's over here like, "Stupid, they're controlling you." And Shepard's trying to keep the peace like, "You can't control this kind of power. Control this." As damn, Elusive Man makes Shepard shoot Anderson? As a massive war wages outside, they waste another 10 minutes arguing until Shepard's able to fight the control just enough to shoot the Elusive Man and shut him up for good. He did it. Broken and battered, Shepard's able to open the Citadel and complete the Crucible. He and Anderson have a touching father-son moment until Anderson slowly passes away. For real, pull one out for President Curtis. Hackett radios in like, the Crucible's not firing, what do we do? But Shepard's already passed out and is floating to space heaven, or a random secret area that houses the catalyst. Throughout the game, Shepard's been having cryptic nightmares about this kid he watched get torched, so the catalyst took his form for some reason that isn't explained. The catalyst controls the Reapers. Huh? The catalyst is the collective intelligence of all Reapers, designed eons ago to find balance and peace between synthetics and organics. As mentioned by the Dying Reaper, they are the catalyst solution to chaos. The created, synthetics, always rebel against their creators, organics, and the cycle, or the Reaper harvest, is the catalyst's way of restoring that order. They harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone, allowing them to ascend while storing the harvested life in Reaper form like the human Reaper in Mass Effect 2. If a civilization gets too advanced, their synthetics will destroy everything. So the cycle resets the universe before that can happen. This was the solution deemed necessary by the catalyst for eons. However, Shepard is the first organic to reach the catalyst, a new solution is required. A solution that Shepard must act on. His first choice is to use the Crucible to destroy the Reapers, or the original plan. However, this destruction will not discriminate and kill all synthetics, including Shepard himself. Remember, he has been part synthetic since the Elusive Man rebuilt him. The Catalyst also warned the peace won't last as their children will eventually rebuild synthetics, bringing back the supposed chaos. Shepard could control the Reapers, the option the Elusive Man wanted. However, this will kill Shepard. He will gain control of the Reapers through his thoughts and memories, but will lose everything else such as his form. Basically Legion sacrifice, but on a Reaper level scale. Or Shepard could opt for synthesis. If Shepard adds himself to the Crucible, he can combine synthetic and organic life, forming a new DNA, allowing both sides to gain what they truly desire. According to the Catalyst, this is the ideal solution as the cycle will end and all life forms will be connected. The final evolution of life. Yeah, fuck the Elusive Man, and I'm not turning all life into synthesized androids. We stick to the plan. Reapers gotta go, and my children will have to learn from past mistakes. They probably won't, but that'll be their problem. The Crucible fires, and with the help of the relays, eradicates all synthetics across the galaxy. I feel bad for the Geth and EDI, but have to stay loyal to my people. Barely escaping, the Normandy crash lands, but the crew survive. With no word from Shepard, they prepare to memorialize him, but Ashley refuses, believing her man is still out there. The war is over and the Reapers are defeated. Now it's up to the various species to work together. Shepard sacrificed everything, including his life, to give you another chance. Don't fuck it up. Or did he? But then the epic final moment is ruined when BioWare tells us this entire trilogy is just a story some guy was telling his kid. I hate that trope.